Warning: the following show contains mature content of a graphic nature, including language and violent video gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Laggin Out, the web's show about the games, the game industry, where we review video games, game products. I'm your host, PhunnyGuy, and it's my co-host, Chieftain.
Hello.
And we were supposed to have some more people here tonight. It's our 17th or 18th episode, and due to some technical difficulties, our guests were not able to make it for yet the second week in a row. Just so you know who we are, we're coming to you live from Hollywood, California, and Austin, Texas. And we are sponsored by Gamer Gloves right here. Folks, you want to play? You play games? Step up your game. Get yourself a pair of Gamer Gloves. Go to thegamergloves.com. And a little bit later on, we'll give you a coupon code, save you 15% on your next pair of gamer gloves. Also, we'd like to give a shout out to the Tattooed Barbies, who Laggin Out is proud to sponsor and be affiliated with. You can visit them on their Facebook page at facebook.com/tattooedbarbies. Yeah, hot gamer chicks with tattoos, guys. What more could you want? Here, what are you doing?
I'm trying to read what.
What are you fixing?
Do next.
What are you?
I'm trying to read through my glasses.
Well, next was going to be we were going to interview our intern, but unfortunately that's not happening. Folks, if you want to know more about the show, you can visit our website lagginout.com, or you can follow us on Twitter at Laggin Out, Facebook Laggin Out, YouTube Laggin Out, Twitch.tv Laggin_out is our live stream when we play live. And if you got any questions for us, show ideas, things like that, feel free to drop us a line at lagginout@gmail.com.
We're kind of flying by the seat.
I'm just telling you, if your connection shits out, I'm dying. That's it. Good night, folks.
Be a really quick edit this week. I have a symbol for Laggin Out. 3 bars, 3 fingers.
I see. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm too white for that.
What are you coming up with gang signs for the show?
I was on the shitter, and I was thinking of something. I was like, what could be a thing like if we come out like on a Comic-Con or something? What can we do like when we walk out? We could walk out and have our hands up in the air and just throw up 3 fingers.
I think I'd walk out and be amazed that anybody would invite us onto a stage at Comic-Con in general. But
we're legends in our own minds.
Yes, we are.
As long as you can hear me, I'm good.
So tonight,
well, there's a lot of stuff about Grand Theft Auto that's been out in the news a whole bunch.
Yeah, well, that game dropped this week, or was it last week? Dropped real recently.
Last week. 1 billion in sales in 3 days of it being on. Yeah. And if you see it all over YouTube. Everyone's doing plays with it. There's some people. There's like a long line of bug issues, but me and PhunnyGuy have worked in the gaming industry, and we know what bugs are shippable bugs, as they say, and bugs that are must fixes. There are some bugs that people are complaining about. Invisible geometry launching across the screen and killing people, and that sort of thing. But the big thing in the news, it's been all over the news. Morning shows. I think Bill O'Reilly did it last week, using the old adage, video games are destroying the foundation of our society. And they have all these psychologists on saying that they're ruining people, they're ruining kids' lives playing Grand Theft Auto, and not really so much as a counterpoint for the psychologists. There's no one who has a voice in the gaming industry. So I don't know if you know about this, PhunnyGuy. I wrote to Sean Hannity. I wrote to Bill O'Reilly. I wrote to a couple of other big news sources saying that you need another side of that, and I offered me and you a spot on there, but apparently we're too big to be on their show.
Yeah,
to give the
I'm still
gamer
waiting
side.
on that call.
I launched it on Twitter. If you guys follow us on Twitter, you see a whole bunch of that stuff, and a lot of people were retweeting our tweets. So thank you for that.
My thing, first of all, is I think it boils down to really kind of parents knowing what they're buying for their kids. It's
Right.
not, I don't think that I shouldn't be allowed to play that game as a responsible adult.
Right.
Because somebody else is not paying attention to what they're buying for their kids, or their kids are going out and buying. Hence, that being said, the games do come with ratings. When you tell me that, when I hear that a fourth grader was playing Grand Theft Auto, my first question is why.
Exactly.
And I think what it boils down to, wait, I wasn't finished, but what I think it really does boil down to, and I mean this very seriously, is that too often I think people associate video games with kids. And what gaming has grown. Gaming has gone from being something that small children do. For instance, when the 2600 was out, adults played it, but it wasn't something that was quite so mainstream, if you will. The proliferation of Facebook games, lots of people play games.
Right.
With that being said, I think kids, you should keep an eye on what your kids play. I don't think a fourth grader should be playing Grand Theft Auto. There's a reason that it's rated M. You wouldn't take your kid to go see a fourth grader to go see, I don't know, Platoon, a rated R movie. Why would you buy him a fourth grader a game like Call of Duty? There's a reason that these games come with ratings. And I think it boils down to responsible parenting. I think when people start to look at the lay blame and say, "Oh, it's the game," and why was a fourth grader or a seventh grader playing this game? And if they were playing this game as a responsible parent, you need to sit down and understand, figure out how the kids are approaching these games. In other words, make sure that they understand that this is, you don't do this in the real world.
Patrick Scott Patterson, who was supposed to be on our show, but he had to cancel, actually has a posting on YouTube that I can screen share with you. It's his second grade son, and he's got the game. And the kid actually is a very well-read young man. I mean, he's reading words that I couldn't read at his age, and he has like a little video.
Hi, I'm Brody, and I have Grand Theft Auto 5.
And is this a game that's appropriate for you?
No,
And why is this a game that's not appropriate for you?
because it has increased violence, blood and gore, nudity, mature humor, strong language, strong sexual contact, use of drugs, and a coup, and it's rated M.
And who told you about rated M for mature?
My parents.
Okay, so this is a game that's more for your parents than for kids?
More for my parents.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, let's do our Kill Cam finalists. Let's watch the video one more time and pick our winner tonight.
All right, let's do that. And
the winner is brought to you by, well, let's do you want to do our plugs, and then we'll do this, and then...
Yeah, sure.
We had all kinds of really cool shit for everybody tonight.
It'd be just great if we'd be able to find it.
Folks, if you want to save 15% on your next pair of gamer gloves, go to thegamergloves.com, and when you're checking out, be sure to type in the promo code LAGGIN, LAGGINOUT, and you'll save 15% on your next pair of gamer gloves. Right now, we're going to announce the winner of our Kill Cam contest, which the winner gets 2 pairs of gamer gloves, a set of grippets for their Xbox 360 controller, and a 1-year Xbox Gold membership. And I want to give a shout out to are they our new sponsor?
Yes.
Cursed Underground Gaming, and the website is cuglive.com.
CUG Live will be up in a few weeks, but that'll be their website.
That will be the website. Okay.
Yep. Wow, look how beautifully edited that is.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
I'm just happy my mic's working at this point.
This is Irish Starbuck.
Dude. We're getting our money's worth out of this video.
It's pretty good.
I always think that's funny. Paper airplane kill.
That's what I call them.
Right.
I hope you don't lag out. Move so I know you're still here. There you go. Now this was on Nuketown, huh?
Yeah, it's just Nuketown.
Pretty boss shotgun.
You just need to point the shotgun in just in the general area to make a shot like that, but it's still hard. When you're on the move, it's kind of hard anyway.
I'm trying to remember what this one was.
This is a dolphin dive headshot. Kid comes around the corner and uplink, and she pops.
I kind of like that.
I like that one too. They're all really good. They all have their pros and cons. There's been a lot of talk on our page about which one is the best, and everyone's making their case for their favorite videos on our Facebook page. So.
Which is at facebook.com, Laggin Out.
Laggin Out, right. All one word. Or you can go to Google and actually type in Laggin Out, all one word, and we're like the third one down on the search, thanks to Quicksilver for setting that up. And Mobster's own Crazy Eye.
I'm going to have to go with... That's tough, man. You know, I really like the diving headshot at the end. I'm going to have to go with the third one.
The third one, okay.
I really like the diving headshot.
Yeah, you like that one, huh? That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Quicksilver actually, I told her to vote in case we actually tied. So Quicksilver actually picked Ghost Knight's diving shotgun, the second one.
Okay.
So far we have the Pink Ninja 41's diving headshot dolphin dive on uplink, and then Ghost Knight 41's shotgun kill, which is pretty impressive too.
There's three of them. If you vote for the first one,
right.
Then we got to find somebody to break the tie. We'll have to do that on our next show.
Right, but I'm not.
Because there's nobody here tonight to break the tie.
Well, if there was a tie, I know you're trying to direct me towards that, and I'm going to direct you towards no. I don't think so. There's not going to be a tie.
there should be a tie.
I think. You know what? People are getting pissed that we dragged it on this long. So I think I already had the person I wanted to pick, and I like the dolphin dive headshot. So Pink Ninja 41 has 2 votes, and congratulations, you have won 2 pairs of gamer tags, a pair of Crippets, and 1 full year of Xbox Live. Congratulations, Pink Ninja 41. I expect that big fat envelope of cash in the mail. I'm just kidding. So
there you have it, viewers.
There you have it.
Winner of our first official contest. And I think maybe by our next show we'll have an idea for our next contest.
Right. I think we should just do one. We'll just do it for next year or around Christmas or something like that. That might sound
good. Something like that.
Let's see. Midget actually sent the mess. Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. He sent it to our Facebook page, and here's the link. Hudaku. Now you've heard it all. Minecraft blamed in school violence case.
That's what I mean. I actually saw that. I wanted to take a look at that. Is that on our page, or is that?
Yeah.
Where does Laggin Out get their gaming news? The same place most other people do. Kotaku.com.
Yeah. A 9-year-old Florida boy.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and read this off here. This is wow. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and do it.
Is it 6 pages? Is there 6 pages?
Let's just summarize it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all right. A 9-year-old Orlando, Florida boy, so tiny he could barely see the judge over the podium, was sentenced to home confinement by a state judge after he brought multiple weapons to school. The game that's being blamed is Minecraft. The unnamed student had an unloaded handgun with a magazine that had 6 bullets in it, a steak knife, small-edged sledgehammer. The firearm came from his dad's home. My question is, why does he have access to it? The boy's father said he was playing a character he learned from Minecraft. They use hammers to dig and knives and guns to protect themselves from zombies. He was just acting out the game. And the gun could never be fired because the firing pin had been removed. Still, the kid knew where to find it and where to find the ammo, which is not good. I'm looking at the comment. I don't know what to say. I mean,
so basically, there's no accountability from the parents, and people want to blame the gaming industry once again. So I have a whole theory, and I correct me if I'm wrong, and tell me if I'm going off on a tangent here. I think this all comes to higher taxes. And I don't want to get too political, but people are parents, some parents, not all parents, are using video games as a babysitter. So they're like, here's a video game to play. They emulate the kid because they don't have attention. 2 people have to go out to make a living in order to put a roof over their head. So parents can't properly parent their kids because they have to. So now, due to higher taxes, the gaming industry is getting blamed. Is that too far away to go for it? Can you see where I'm going?
I see what you're trying to say, but at the same time, they said the same thing about TV when TV was invented.
Right.
They said the same thing about radio when radio was invented. So I see some of your argument, but at the same time, it's about look, I watched, this, I believe that this is a kid who might be a little different than most other kids, we'll say. And that's not to say that all kids aren't different, but, for example, I think a lot of, I watched Looney Tunes cartoons, and I learned to never shove a firecracker in an animal's rear end.
Right.
So my point being that, I understand, we all want to be little characters and say, like, as a kid, you want to be a superhero, you dress as Batman or whatever. Do I think the kid was coming to school with the intent of shooting it up? No, probably not.
Right.
His dad is probably spot on. But, the scary part is that he was able to find live ammunition.
Yeah.
And even if the gun didn't work, and again, it comes down to, if the kid, how do I say this without coming off as harsh? You probably get some hate mail for this. But,
any mail is good mail.
if your kid's if you've got a gun laying around the house that has the firing pin removed and it's accessible by your what is he, 9-year-old kid, I'm not really surprised that the kid did what he did.
Right. Actually, Mitchell actually makes a good point on Twitch. He actually quoted it and says, "Since when does Minecraft have guns in it?" And he's just laughing, which is a good point.
I don't play Minecraft. I don't think it does. I don't know. Does it? I don't play it, so I wouldn't.
I don't think it does. I've played it and I've never seen it, but it kind of infuriates me when stuff like that happens because it's like people have no accountability anymore.
I'm waiting for that parent to go, my kid had cornflakes, so I'm gonna blame those.
It's like blaming a fork for obesity. It's blaming the fork. There's no personal accountability.
I think that in this day and age, the gaming industry regulates itself much like the movie industry.
Even more so.
Parents wouldn't, even more so. And parents would not take their kids to go see rated R movies that are at that age. Why would you buy them a game that, to me, rated M is a soft way of basically saying it's rated R.
Yeah, you're
buying your kid a rated R game. That's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And if your kid is 9, and you wouldn't take him to go see, I don't know, what's the latest rated R movie that's out there? I really don't know. Then I don't understand why you would get him a game that would be the equivalent rating. Just doesn't make sense to me.
Midget liked your cornflakes reference.
Well, it's true. I mean, at what point do we stop, looking to blame everything. I mean, if the kid went to school and shot up the school and he had cornflakes that morning, I'm waiting for that parent to stand up and go, my kid had cornflakes and it set him off.
It's like
At what point, that's how ridiculous it kind of is to me.
I'm watching Warner Brothers cartoons and Elmer Fudd shooting Daffy Duck in the face point blank in the shotgun. I'm not going to go out and go shoot my friend in the face and watch his beak go around his face.
I mean, all that stuff aside, let's take a look at like primetime television if we want to take it another step further. How many CIS, NCIS, CBS, all those different shows, those crime thriller dramas that are on that every week have grotesque and horrible death scenes and these spooky ass storylines of stalkers and and this is on regular I'm not judging. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be on.
You're just making an observation.
I'm just making the observation that it's out there.
Right.
And,
right.
I look at a lot of that stuff that's on television. I don't watch a lot of TV. I'm a big fan of the old Netflix. And, hey, by the way, Netflix, if you'd like to sponsor us, I'd love some free Netflix. Be happy to talk about all your...
We would love to talk about Netflix. We love Netflix. I have Netflix. There's a free plug for you. And some energy drinks right now at night would be helpful.
And so all that being said, I think it really kind of boils down to, knowing what your kids are watching and getting into. You know what I mean? It's, there's certain shows you probably wouldn't let them watch on TV. There's certain movies you wouldn't take them to, therefore there are probably certain games you shouldn't buy for them.
Right. I don't know what games you worked on in the past, but I've worked on G-rated games. I don't think I've ever worked on a rated M game.
I've worked on everything from kids games to adult games. I've worked on everything from E to M. Everything.
Right. See,
everything in between.
I worked on stuff that's all G-rated, and I can't think of one that not that I'm opposed to it, but like if you see something that's G-rated, that's for general audiences or for rated E for everybody, so to speak, there's more money to be made there for the companies. But that I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent, but people should actually read the packaging. It's kind of like reading what's inside of like Twinkies. It's like, oh my God, what's all this crap inside? I'm going to put this in my body. It's the same thing. I'm going to look at a video game. Am I going to put this all in my mind? That guy goes and gets a naval shooting, and he was running around with a shotgun killing people because he said he was playing a particular first-person shooter. I don't know about you, but you know about me, and I rage on the game.
I understand that there's a number of people out there in the world, too, that just ain't wired right, too.
Yes.
And that's the other thing that I think a lot of these pundits and the people that get on and want to, this is bad for you and that's bad for you, you got to take into accountability. The world's a big place. And when you have that many... there
are some people in this world that want it to be a nanny state. They want the government to take care of everything for us, and people don't want to think for you. He's like,
everybody's like a snowflake, and you know what? There's some really pretty good snowflakes out there. There's regular snowflakes, and then there's probably some wacky-ass snowflakes. Let's face it.
Are you being racist?
And just like, no, and I'm just saying...
You're being racist.
What are you talking about?
I'm not a snowflake. You're a snowflake. Wow, that one just sat there.
Hold on, let me. So what I was saying was, I just think it boils down to people being responsible when they get games.
Right.
I think the days, one of the attitudes I want to see change is the days of games are just for kids. There's plenty of puzzle games. There's studies now that say doing things like crossword puzzles and things like that help prevent Alzheimer's disease. Games that are puzzle games, all of these games entail, whether they're E games or M games, they entail reaction time, they entail problem-solving skills, cognitive thinking. For somebody to sit here and tell me that
we're in the generation where we actually grew up with video
everybody
games,
plays this game, we're all going to want to go shoot up the mall, and
right.
I don't believe that.
It's a joke. If
that was the case, it would have happened already.
A percentage, I think it was like 63% of adults play video games. So you think at least
the gamer's 33.
Right. Of those 63%, how many think are having kids? So they're in a household where they know games. They grew up with games, and their kids are playing games. We grew up with Game Boys, you know. Grew up with a bunch
My
of stuff like.
suggestion is to start them off on board games, and then
Yeah, I mean, I started off with board games and stuff too, but the point is that they're second generation. I'm second generation. My parents played Missile Command for when Activision made Intellivision or ColecoVision, whatever you want to call it. So there was a certain responsibility involved with that. I could play this game, but I couldn't play that game. But back then it was like, was it 8-bit? 8-bit.
Well, you didn't have the games that we have today.
Right,
when I
they're
was
not
growing up. It was Pac-Man and stuff like that.
Right.
The big thing that everybody freaked out about when I was a kid was a Prince song that had the word masturbate in it, I believe it was.
Okay.
Oh no! And then I look at like what's out there now, with everything, and you're like, really? That was a big deal back then. And that's what I think is eventually going to happen with the whole blaming video games sort of thing.
I'm a first-person shooter guy. I got into it like playing Halo and the Halo series 1 through 3, and then I went into Call of Duty. And you know what? I don't even own a gun. I go in a game, and you know me for raging hardcore, screaming obscenities left and right. But you know what? The second I shut down the Xbox, it's gone. I'm not going to go out into Walmart and like shoot up the produce section.
Right.
It's just there is a disconnect in my mind, and in some people there is no disconnect between reality and fantasy.
Like I said, some people are just wired weird. I don't know. I think people that do stuff like that, they're not wired right. When it's and like I've always said, it could have been cornflakes that set them off that morning. Could have been the sun. Could have been the way the wind blew when they were walking to wherever they were going. To sit and try and blame one little thing. Granted, kids are impressionable, but I think at the same time, and again, it brings it back around. It boils down to parents being aware of what it is their kids are playing, or reading, or watching on TV, or going to see at the movies, whatever.
I mean, anything can be cited. Like people get offended by the extreme Christian, right? I don't want to say all Christians, being Catholic myself, got upset with the Harry Potter books because they were pagan. It's a value of entertainment.
Everybody's allowed to believe what they want to believe. I believe I like video games. I like superheroes, and if I had the Force, I'd use it for personal gain. How about that?
Right. I mean, I'd have the
that was meant to be a joke. That laid there too. Here, let me.
It's because we're recycling material from the previous show. I just let that go. So I'm sorry. I should have led you in there and did a little fake laugh. Is that better?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
All right.
So I guess that's what. Is that about it, folks? If you look, we are Laggin Out, and we are sponsored by thegamergloves.com. And if you're interested in sponsoring our show or promoting your product, contact us at lagginout@gmail.com, and be sure to put sponsorship in the subject line. We're looking for everything from third-party peripherals. We'll do game reviews. We will also plug your product on our website as well, and on our Facebook, Twitter. Give you little commercials and our reposts of the show. All that good stuff. And what keeps us going and keeps us from completely lagging out, that's your donations. Go to our website, click on the donate button, and you can go to PayPal. Got a few extra bucks laying around. Throw it our way, lagginout@gmail.com. And all your donations and sponsorship contributions do go directly to gear and stuff like that. What's so funny about me, the funny guy? I've been a stand-up comic for over 25 years. I've written and done a lot of comedy. You can visit my website at www.funnyguy.com, or you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at funnyguy. Be sure to spell it with a PH. Remember, it's funnyguy, not PhunnyGuy. If you call me PhunnyGuy, I'm going to tell you to go get hooked on some phonics. And where's yours? There we go. You got a beef with the Chieftain. Did you catch a camper? Got a cool kill cam you want us to feature on the show? Maybe a little montage video of you whipping ass in your favorite game? Send it to Chieftain. That's ChieftainXI@gmail.com. Be sure to go like his page. That's facebook.com/ChieftainXI. And by the way, my Facebook is also facebook.com/funnyguy, I think. And follow him on Twitter at Chieftain XI.
Don't forget every
So-
other week. Every other week, I do Wednesday uploads. Last week that came up was the very first appearance of our very own character, King of All Games. Check that out. Check out Zombie Killer's hilarious reaction to that.
Videos.
Yeah, and we're slowly filling up playlists on our page, Funny Guys. So we added a King of All Games playlist, and there's going to be a couple of more out there. And King of All Games hopefully will be on next week, competing against an intern.
There you go.
We got an intern. So we shall.
He's got to be interviewed first, but
He's got to be interviewed first, and King of All Games will be going against one of our interns to compete to be an admin on our Facebook page. The winner becomes our admin.
So fan favorite, King of All Games. Tune in next show. He'll be here in 2 weeks. All right.
Exactly. So I think that is it, Funny Guy.
Is that it? Yeah, this is a short one tonight, ain't it?
We kept it short and sweet. You know, you thought it was going to be worse than it was, and it wasn't.
Hey, check it out. Maybe I'll do a little streaming on Twitch tonight. Maybe I'll let some fans out there.
And be sure to look out for us on Twitch because I streamed actually the other week, and I'll be uploading some games. I'll be uploading games where I sucked in. You know how everyone posts games that they're good in?
Yeah.
I'm going to post one that I suck in. Because everyone does the ones like, look how good I am. I suck.
I'll put up ones that
I suck.
I'll put up ones that I did mediocre.
Right. And I think, actually, let me just propose a potential challenge here. Friendly exhibition between our two sponsors. Just for fun. You know, maybe Cursed Underground Gaming versus the Tattooed Barbies. 6-on-6.
That's a possibility. Yeah, man. We'll have to talk to them about that. We're going to get some of them on the show, too.
And also, this is
girls. Some of y'all are going to get asked. I haven't had a chance to check my email lately, but.
And I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Feel free to donate to Susan G. Cohen, and we were trying to do something, but maybe we'll do something with our sponsors later in the month for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
All right. I think that's the show, man.
Say goodnight, Funny Guy.
Good night, Funny Guys. Say good night, Chieftain.
Good night, Chieftain.
See you later, folks. Thanks for watching. See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
Lagging Show.